Hello everybody. Well, I made a few changes to my build, but again, mostly it stays the same core idea, but of course improved, and I'm gonna improve the build as we continue making changes. So it's insanely more powerful when it was before. First of all, I changed to this weapon. The reason for that is, of course, the crit. Just look at the left, you can see it's a huge difference. It really pushes the crit forward. Although I'm not using here Frostclaw at all, it has melee damage 36, you can see, critical strike chance. Again, this is the base, increases the base, so you also have the percentage on top of it. That's why you get such a high crit chance, which I'm going to improve a bit later on. And spell damage as well. With my build, again, it focuses both on the melee part and on the spells, which is great. Yeah, so regarding the claw, I don't care about that. I'm not going to change it to claw. I continue with my build, but this is a really good one for my build as well. When you get 10 plus 10 to all resistance, and sometimes you want this kind of a fill-in, well, you got it here. And you have also spell critical strike multiplier and toward gained on crit with Frostclaw, but again, I'm not using it. If you use Frostclaw with your build, you can benefit from the other ones, but it's still very, very powerful regardless. Now, the big change here is, this in my opinion, one of the best amulet in the game. I was shocked that I actually got it. Actually got it from just using this option. Here, when you choose this one to get a rune that turns an item, any item to legendary, but it changes to the same type. This is how I got it, and it's amazing. It's perfect for my build. The reason for that is you have endurance, which also I have endurance here. I changed to this belt because it has high endurance. The reason I want that, this is like having second life. Basically, you can see that if damage leaves you below 30% health and doesn't kill you, you're restored to full health. You gain ward equal to the health restored. It's crazy. So all nearby enemies are slowed and you gain haste for 6 seconds. This is absolutely nuts, insane. So you want this extra endurance because endurance will, you can see here, reduce damage dealt to your health below your endurance threshold. Right? So you want this kind of, so it gets, when you get low, it won't get and kill you. You want it to, the damage to be lower, so you get to below 30, but enough to make it activated. So you also have ward retention on this, which again perfect for my build, for many other builds. It's amazing. It's also great again if you're kind of leveling up and pushing things out and you need that extra, especially with the build. Mine is a build to the face, right? I'm going straight to the face with all the damage. So this is absolutely amazing. Now it can also, by the way, synergize. I'm just saying, I might try it out. The core thing is with the ward and the health, the ward is infinite, basically. So if you can feed on that and continue using melee, for example, to fill it up, or in this case, this one, so when you get low and you use so this one, you can see that you can also use, by the way, hands that have this thing. When you're reduced, basically you're reduced, the health is reduced, but you get wards in return. But you can get ward more and more and more because it's infinite. So you better take advantage of the infinite rather than always trying to push your health at the cap, which you might, if you want to, you need to increase the health nonetheless if you want to get more, charges, let's say it like that, charge the ward. But again, it's better to put it into the infinite rather than something limited. All right. So this can be synergized with this as well. I'm going to try it out and see how it goes. Might be good if you have good leech, fast leech, and also if you have this one and higher max HP is going to be amazing as well. I'm going to give it a try. Oh, and one more thing. This is very important. This is another change I almost forgot. This one, you see. These two idols, you can see here, plus 65% increased lightning damage while you have Lightning Aegis. And I'm going to show you where I have it in a moment. Also this one. And 300. By the way, I was lazy in some of my to bring it to it. I'm going to do it in a moment. After finishing this video, to get it to 300, because then I get, you see, the 21 and 27, but it's going to be double lightning damage if I'm above 300 max mana. So it's huge. By the way, if you want to look at the other ones, when I have, so basically, this is crazy. On the armor, why I'm keeping the armor, one of the reasons for that is that I have plus 18% chance to get Lightning Aegis when hit. So then I can enjoy the extra buffs related to it, which is crazy. And 80% is great, considering that I'm face and I'm going to get hit, and I'm going to get hit a lot. So this is giving me that extra when I'm aggressive. All right, so it's absolutely amazing. And just a quick, I'm going to go quick over if you're interested to know. So this is what I'm using right now. All right. Now, first of all, let's take a look at the amulet. Look what happened. You see the health? Poof, filled up. So again, look at the health bar. It gets below the threshold, and again, poof, it's filled and with ward. It's insane. It's like having second life. And if you're using a face build like I do, it's essential. And again, you can see here what happens if you get a blow that is kills you, and you know there's not enough endurance, which I need to adjust a bit more. Look at this. It fills up, but it wasn't able to do it with the second hit, and that's why I died. Nonetheless, again, I gave extra endurance now, so even more have this option. But again, this build generates quickly ward, which are probably going to go with something that benefits from. You see, when the health just sits there and you don't reach it, it's a waste, because you can actually use it in order to generate more ward. That's why I'm thinking about changing it and putting the armor and some other, for example, gloves, in order to push the health down in order to fill up the ward even more, because then you can get, again, it's infinite, so it's better to benefit from it instead of not, right? So you won't even get to a point where you even need health, but it will continue generating just to fill up the ward more and more and more. All right, and it's also good to have good retention, so you can keep up more. But the thing is that you really need a lot, and sometimes you give up a lot in return, and if you generate it fast, it won't be going to be a big issue. Now, it's important to note, again, you can follow, by the way, all the more better understanding of the build in previous video that I made, in previous volumes that I made. So I actually numbered it 1, 2, so you can actually follow it up. And you can see actually how it plays. Again, the most important thing for me is having fun and being super powerful as well. Trying to find a, and again, it took me straight from the beginning. I tried to find out my playstyle, and then I reached to that one, and I'm so satisfied with it. And the moment it worked and become more powerful and improving it, the more satisfying it gets for me. Rather than going with something that, well, I'm not going to have fun with. Even though it can be very powerful, if it's not really fun to play, what's the point? So yeah, so it works very well. And you can see the crits are flying there. I'm going to improve the crits, by the way. The goal is to get close to 60 very soon. But even then, it's crazily powerful. But if it takes more, it will be better, of course. Remember, when you are meleeing, you stick with the target, because I have sparks, which also explode and deal lots of damage. So being able to see here, it's actually filled up. It's kind of good. Again, when I'm pushing things up and I need that extra, this amulet gives me that extra. And the endurance is good overall, just in case, you know, you want to fill up the health and you don't want the, you know, like big attack that can actually kill you. This really helps. Especially if you are like me, kind of try to push things to the limit, make it more rewarding rather than going something slow and easy and then, you know, get ready for the next challenge. I enjoy pushing it, and this amulet really helps. And again, this build is around, again, fast ward charging, going through the face, also using my flame reeve. In order, I don't need the flame reeve, it's just something that I use for utility to pull enemies together, because when they are together, they die instantly. In most situations, they just insta-die. Because the spark just spark all over them together, and they eat each other, and they're just dead. It's just so instantaneous, you won't believe it. You just go and grab them and just poof, all of them die. Yeah, so if you're like me enjoying what you see here, yeah, it plays even more. It's more even fun when you play it. just follow the build. And again, I shared more. I'm going to share more complete things. Once I get a few more things, I'm going to do another video that goes over all things, so you don't need to watch every time from the first video. But it really plays amazingly well. I'm so confident with it, and it's just super fun, super flashy, and just all the crits flying on the screen. And you don't get scared of anything. You just go in, especially now with the amulet. Just make things so much easier. Sometimes you don't need to worry or look at the health to see what's happening. You know that there's, it backs you up, and just in case you are pushing the limit, you're gonna get a second chance to do it rather than failing. Nonetheless, remember that the amulet also gives you 50% increased attack and cast speed. 50. I mean, I think the values, of course, might change from one item to the other, or some variation. It has 50% endurance and 47% ward retention. So overall, it's fantastic for my build nonetheless, and it helps me, basically it's kind of a soft patch some of the durability, especially because you are melee and kind of go into the fight. So it's working very, very well. So I'm keeping it basically. Yeah, and that's it. A few changes that make a huge difference and made me this is a huge difference, I'm telling you. I was kind of, I need more. I need that boost, that extra boost. And what did it is the Dragorath claw, the dagger, which if you get it, by the way, with ability to have the legendary potentials, it's going to be crazy, especially if you get extra speed on it. Oh boy. But again, this is going to be ultra OP. Yeah, and the other thing is the combination of the Lightning Aegis that give me that extra in one idol. It has 57% increased lightning damage while you have Lightning Aegis. And I have another one that also gives me 65 plus 65% lightning damage while you have Lightning Aegis. So, and also, by the way, other with the mana 300, both of them, that gives me together 48 increased lightning damage before doubling. So it's close to 100 extra lightning damage if I have over 300 mana. Yeah, I'm gonna have it today. And that's it. Works amazingly well. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, everybody.